is a lot of the decisions, it's like there was only one outcome for them, no matter what the fuck you pick. And that's really frustrating.
Fucking, I'll go to the theater. You don't even have to tell me if it's dope or not. You don't even have to tell me it's dope or...
Seeing that all over again, and Pikachu standing over his dead fucking corpse going, I'm gonna cry like a bitch.
No, that was the problem with it. I wasn't gonna go outside. It was like, oh, you gotta get Pokemon Go. You gotta go out and catch Pokemon. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, fuck you. I'm not going outside to catch Pokemon.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Power Button. I'm your co-host, J.Meaney.
And I am your other co-host, Darrin motherfucking Beasley.
And today, we're going to do a game
called Game or Pull the Plug. Don't take my bit, motherfucker.
All right, explain the fucking game.
All right, so we have a topic. If you like it, your game. If not, you pull the plug. The first topic is Bandersnatch, all right? What kind of fucking name is Bandersnatch? Is it really Bandersnatch?
It is Bandersnatch. Doesn't it look like I typed a word that isn't a word?
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it like, I don't think that's how it really is.
Yeah, it's called Bandersnatch.
Okay, Bandersnatch. That's the Black Mirror movie special on Netflix where you get to pick what the fuck goes on next. Okay, Game or Pull the Plug. You saw it. I saw it. What do you think about it?
All right, now this is going to be kind of interesting, what I got to say about this. I'm game on my version that I watched. I came over, right? And he was finishing up Black Mirror, the Bandersnatch movie. So I watched, I watched the ending with him. I pulled the plug on your Bandersnatch, and I'm game on mine. Like, my version I thought was great. I won't get into too much spoilers, I guess, about what happened in mine, but I told you about it. Like, it was, I thought it was great. It was like a typical Black Mirror episode, just really long and interactive. I thought that was cool. But another thing that I learned when I came over and watched it with him is a lot of the decisions, it's like there was only one outcome for them, no matter what the fuck you picked. And that's really frustrating. Like, I didn't realize in that because the thing that I would pick, it just so happened to be the thing they wanted me to pick, I guess. And then I come over and I watch him. He picked something different, but the same shit ends up happening. It's like they have this set outcome that you have to get to no matter what you pick. And doesn't that kind of ruin the interactive experience of it? Doesn't that ruin the interactive part of it? Like, that really bothered me. Like, I was so game about this until I came over and watched his version of Bandersnatch. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I don't really know about this.
I mean, I'm game for the idea. I like the idea that I'm watching something on Netflix and I can pick what goes on, and I like how sensitive the narrative becomes to you selecting what happens next. Like, I like the premise of it. I'm game with the premise of it. He got a totally different ending, a totally different he got like probably another 10, 15 minutes of like footage than I did. But and what I got, I didn't really like that much, because not only did it not really make that much sense to me because it ended kind of shortly. And by the way, I redid it. I went through and did like, what, two or three of them. Yeah, I went back and redid it a couple times, and they all still ended pretty short and not anything like he got.
Yeah.
Which is dope. It's dope that it's that.
It varies that much.
It's dope that it's that different, but at the same time, they should make every experience that you have, no matter what choice you make, dope. One of them shouldn't be kind of you're lost and you're kind of like, what is going on? And the other one being like just a hell of a lot more exciting. You know what I mean? They've got to make both choices, or all choices fire, not just one.
Right.
Or not just two out of three, not just 2 out of 4. They all have to be dope. So because who's to say someone could sit down and watch the entire thing like I did? And if I don't know him and he didn't do it, then I'd be like, oh, yeah, I saw Bandersnatch, and I didn't really like it. You know what I mean? And this is how it went. And then he'll be like, oh, I thought it was dope as hell, and this is how it went for me. So it's completely different. You know what I mean? So I just feel like they need to make it dope all round. But I am game for the idea. I do like the idea of selecting
they should do this more, definitely.
What happens next. It kind of feels like a Telltale game, except with less choices and less. I mean, with Telltale game, you like aim and shit. Like, you walk around and shit. Yeah. But with this, it's just kind of like it's literally like an interactive movie, and that's dope. And I think Black Mirror would be the Black Mirror would be
Be the one.
yeah
to
yeah
do it
yeah
for. Yeah,
exactly
definitely.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, how long was I? It was maybe an hour.
Probably like I would say for yours it was probably at least like an hour 20 to an hour 30.
Yeah, something like that.
Mine was probably like a hour 45 maybe to an hour 50.
Yeah. So
And there's just like there's an event that happens at the end of the movie that what I didn't like is that's going to happen no matter what. And if you've seen Bandersnatch, if you went through the interactive experience, you know what I'm talking about. The thing that happens at the end with the dad, that's going to happen no matter what. And that was it's kind of like
yeah.
I wanted more. I wanted it to vary maybe a little bit more with the ending because it varied in like the middle part, you know what I mean? Like we had completely different experiences, but we relatively like the same kind of shit happened towards the end. And it's like so that was going to be the outcome no matter what cuz I sat there and I went through a whole bunch of those endings. I sat and I watched a lot of them. And the same shit happens. And that was kind of disappointing. So like what you said, I'm game with the idea. I think that's cool and they should definitely do this more. I want them to do it a little bit better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and then the other thing when I selected, I made like 2 options before it got to the end that ended it. I just ended it.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, you could do this or this, and I picked one, and it was done. And it was like, oh, you have to go back and make the other decision. Well, then why'd you give me the other decision to pick if it was just going to end it right there?
That's what I don't.
Like it just literally, it was like, do you want to do A or B? I'm like A. It was like, all right, that's it, you're done. You want to go back and do B now? I'm like, I guess. What the fuck? I don't have a choice. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
like the first time it happened to me and the first time it happened to you was probably, what, 10 minutes into the movie?
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously, I'm not fucking done watching it after 10 minutes. I'm obviously going to go back and fucking...
Yeah, so I just felt like some of the options didn't really make sense. I feel like this was just a little bit lazy. Like,
Yeah, I can understand
some
that.
of the decisions just seem like, what the hell? I don't know. In the beginning, I get like, you're picking things that may be relevant, may be irrelevant, whatever. But
More like a training in the beginning, I feel like.
yeah, maybe, but we don't know. Those Frosted
You're
Flakes
right.
or those Sugar
And it
Puffs
did
could
pop up later, too.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we
you're
don't
right.
know how relevant everything is, but I'm just
Yep.
saying like when I make a decision and it ends right there and then I have to make the other decision, I'm kind of like, all right, well, I already made it. My guy already made it out. You know, he already made it out perfectly fine twice before it got to the end. So I don't know. Like I said, it was all right. I mean, it was cool, I guess, but
Yeah, it was nice.
it's not fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a must-see, but it's definitely, like, if you're into Black Mirror, check it out. It's a cool experience, you know what I mean? And if, like, I don't know if you noticed when you go to Bandersnatch, there's this little, like, icon. It's like a red star, and it's almost like their interactive icon, like in the top of, like, their thumbnail almost.
On
so
Netflix,
it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like something they're going to do again and more often. Probably only with Black Mirror for now. I don't see them really doing it with anything else, but yeah, I'm game to see if they do it again and pull it off more. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
I'm sure some company will do it, and they'll do it really good.
Oh yeah, there's so much potential for that idea to be fucking great. The interactive. You remember there was a Final Destination movie. Maybe it was Final Destination 3 that was kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I heard
You
about
remember that? That was a
Yeah.
long time ago, and it was even a little less interactive than this. It didn't have as many choices, but that was cool. They should do more things like this. It's definitely cool.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. All right, next topic.
Our next topic is they are making another Jay and Silent Bob. Darren, are you game for this idea, or do you pull the plug?
That's a very good question because when you come back and do something that's like a comedy, it can be really cool because it's a comedy. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? You bring it back after so many years, they could actually make it funny. It could actually be good. Like when they did Dumber and Dumber and they went back and made a second one.
Yeah.
It was like, it's a comedy movie, so it's not like an action movie. Like if they made another Die Hard with Bruce Willis, I'd be like, okay,
Which
come
they
on.
do.
It would be ridiculous.
It
And
is
he's
ridiculous.
He's just getting older. It's just it's action. It just doesn't make any sense. But If you have a comedy movie and the actors are older, then I'm like, okay. I mean, a reboot? I don't. Why? That's impossible.
No, it's not a reboot. No, it's more like a prolonged sequel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not a reboot. They're bringing same actors back to play Jay. I mean, you can't change up the actors for Jay and Silent Bob. That would be kind of like what they did when they changed up the actors for Dumb and Dumber when Harry met Lloyd.
Oh,
that didn't work. That didn't work. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have Jim Carrey and I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but
yeah, I think them coming back and doing this is great. I think the Jay and Silent Bob holds up today as a comedy. That movie's hilarious. It's really out there. I grew up watching Jay and Silent Bob. That was like the cool thing to watch. I absolutely love that movie, and I'm out of my mind for them doing this. I can't believe they're actually doing it because this was something that's been talked about for years. I've been reading stuff about this for years. They've really been trying to get it going, kind of like the new Friday. It's something we've been hearing about for years, and they're trying to get going. They got this going, and I love Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's one of the gods of comic book fandom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes, and yeah, I think this is great. Will it be a big box office hit? Probably not, but I think it'll do fairly well. I think Jay and Silent Bob has a pretty good fan base to make this movie succeed in the box office. If it does go to the movie theaters, I don't know if it is. I'm not sure.
Right.
But, I mean, I think they could pull it off, and they should send it to the movie theaters.
When does it come out? Do you know?
I'm not sure. It just went into production. So there's not a release date set on it yet.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'd say I'm game for it. Will I go to the theaters to see it? Maybe. If people say it's good, I will. You know what I mean? Well, that's with everything.
Right.
But like this is a movie I would see in theaters. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I know Kevin Smith. Last time I saw him, he was on the.
He lost so much weight.
Yeah, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah, and what did he say? He was saying something about the Star Wars movie. He had a
went
comment.
on set, right?
Yeah.
Of the new Star Wars movie, and he loved what he saw.
Yeah, which I don't take that with a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
I took it as like, yeah. I mean, I'd go to a Star Wars set and love what I saw. I could have went to the set of The Last Jedi and looked around and been like, this is fucking cool. This is cool. You know what I mean?
Seeing Mark Hamill there. And
yeah,
everything.
I mean, of course, going to the set of a fucking Star Wars movie is gonna bring some sort of nostalgia and you're gonna feel some type of way about it. You know, I didn't take that as too much. It was kind of just like, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course you fucking loved it. I'd love it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I mean, and yeah, so shit, I'm game for it. I don't fucking.
Yeah, they brought these two back. You ever seen the music video to the Drake song "I'm Upset"?
No.
After we do this, I'll show you the music video to it, and those two are in it.
Oh,
and
no
this music
shit.
video came out less than a year ago, and it was cool to see Slim Kevin Smith, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Oh,
That's a
boy.
crime.
That is a crime. For someone that's that big of a fan of Jay and Silent Bob, I can't remember the actor who plays Jay. But, yeah, it was great to see them, you know what I mean? Just seeing them together dressed up. It's weird to say dressed up as Jay and Silent Bob,
right.
but you know exactly what I mean. Like, people could be Jay and Silent Bob for Halloween, and I'd be able to point it out like, oh, they're being Jay and Silent Bob, but they're just wearing regular clothes, you know? But, yeah, definitely game. Definitely excited for this.
Hell yeah. All right, next topic.
All right, the next topic is there's a new Pokemon movie coming out. You want to say his name because I keep fucking it up?
His name is Mewtwo. Mewtwo, the Pokemon, not psychotic. How do you say the psychic Pokemon?
Yep.
Really powerful.
Pokemon was doing some sort of movie with them, and they dropped a little teaser, and it's just this little CGI teaser, and he's flying through the sky, and it was cool. And there's speculation now going on by the fans that this Pokemon movie is actually just going to be Pokemon the Movie, but redone in that CGI type of format.
Yeah, and the CGI type of format looks exactly like the Super Smash Brothers. Like if you type in the Super Smash Bros., the latest one for the Wii U, the latest one for the Switch, and you watch the cutscenes for it, the way the animation is, that's what the trailer looked like.
I'll pull it up actually. I'll pull up that little clip so you guys can see. If you haven't seen it yet. But based off that clip and that speculation, if this were to be a Pokemon CGI remake of that Pokemon The Movie, which, if you're a Pokemon fan, I know damn well you've seen that movie. You game or you pull the plug?
I'm definitely game. Definitely game. Fucking, I'll go to the theater. You don't even have to tell me if it's dope or not. You don't even have to tell me it's dope or not. That's how game I am. If you told me that they're remaking the first Pokemon movie with those kind of graphics and you're putting it in the theater, I will drive to the theater as soon as that bitch opens up, and I will sit down and watch the entire thing. I don't give a fuck if it's whack or not. I think that's a great idea. I think that brings in all the older Pokemon fans. Unlike the new Pokemon movie with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, not saying that's going to be a bad movie or anything.
Yeah.
But this one is like that shit that's going to get a lot more of the Pokemon fans to go and see it. So and I love Mewtwo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, me too.
So I'm definitely game for this, and I hope they don't fuck it up. They probably won't fuck it. Who's doing it?
I'm not.
Don't tell me it's Sony.
Some sort of no. It's some sort of Japanese studio. It's the same people who put out the movie with him back in the was it 98 or 97, 98? It's the same people who did that movie.
Okay.
So like it's the same people who've been doing these types of movies.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's in good hands.
Yeah.
It's not a reboot. It's not really a remake even. They're just from this speculation, it's that they're just going to take that Pokemon movie and redo it in CGI. And me too. I'm game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds great. I mean, hell yeah. It's kind of like The Lion King. It's like you're doing this live action. You know what I mean?
We don't know if the people in it are going to be. Is everything going to be CGI, or is it going to be? No. In this.
Oh, in this. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because the way they did the CGI in that little clip, it would be weird to add a live action person to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the speculation
CGI,
that the whole thing is CGI,
yeah.
even Ash and everything, which I like. You know what I mean? Because you can really get the way the character looks a lot better. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see that.
Yeah, and
really
when we were
cool.
talking about the Pikachu movie on a couple episodes ago, I was saying, yeah, that's great and all, but I want like a Pokemon movie. Detective Pikachu didn't seem like a Pookie.
Oh, poopy! It's a poopy
It's a Pokemon movie. Pokemon movie, but this isn't live action, but I mean, it's the CGI is cool. Cool as fuck.
It's dope.
And it's good enough. Yeah, like I would check it out. I don't think it's going to theaters. I think it's going to be one of those direct to digital and Blu-ray type thing, but I'm going to purchase it as soon as it comes out. Hell yeah. Like I'm totally game
for this. You don't think it's going to be in theaters?
No, I don't think this one's going to theaters. I don't think so. If it does, I mean, shit, I'm there. But there's scenes in that movie, like when Ash dies. Spoiler alert. I mean, if you haven't seen but like seeing a little bit more realistic version, because like I said, it's not live action, but the CGI is a little bit more realistic. Seeing that all over again, and Pikachu just standing over his dead fucking corpse, going, hey, Pika, I'm gonna cry like a bitch.
I now that I'm older, I don't think it'll be sad because I've already seen the movie and I know how it is. When I was a kid, I was like, I wasn't even sad. I was like stunned. I was mind blown.
You think you'll take Mufasa dying in the Lion King live action a little bit better?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Think so?
Well, yeah, because when you're a kid,
I think I'm going to take it harder because it looks more real.
Yeah, right. No, when you're a kid, you're just like
that fucks you up.
You're like in La La Land and everything's all cool, and then someone dies and
things like that aren't supposed to happen.
It's either really sad when you're a kid or it blows your mind.
Right.
One of the two. You know what I mean? And when Mufasa died, for me, it blew my mind. I didn't even fully understand it. I was like, you can't be sick. Right? Like he's dead? That
It'd be like,
sense.
imagine this. Imagine seeing Avengers Infinity War when we were like 10, 11.
Yeah, that would
have fucked us up. Because back then, we weren't into it to the point where it's like, now I'm like, well, Spider-Man Far From Home's coming out. They're signed on for Black Panther 2. I wasn't in it like that.
Right.
If I would have saw Infinity War at 10 years old and Spider-Man would have faded away, I would have been a devastated fucking child. I probably would have needed counseling after fucking watching that movie. That would have been devastating.
It'd be really, really sad. It'd be really fucking sad. Or it'd either blow your mind, whatever, one of the two. But then when you get older and you experience something like that for the first time, it's just sad. It doesn't blow your mind, or it doesn't blow my mind anymore, because I've already had my mind blown so many goddamn times that when I see some crazy shit, I either get sad or what. It doesn't like fucking, unless it's like a horror thing. What's the last thing that just jumped out and blew my mind? I can't.
Blew your mind?
I don't know. Off the top of my something that I was watching and it just fucking something happened and I was like, holy fuck! It was probably that Until Dawn. I remember that game. That's an old game too, but like I watched someone
Until
play
Dawn.
It.
Yep, that was one of the first games I got when I finally switched over to the side of PlayStation. That was one of the first games I copped was Until Dawn.
Yeah, that. Oh, and the Telltale. Some of the Telltale games. It'll just jump out.
Yeah, the Walking Dead ones. Oh yeah,
it'll just fucking
the
be
first one. The first Walking Dead Telltale. Oh, emotionally, I never thought a video game could do that to me.
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't like the second
then
season.
I played Last of Us, and I'm like, video games really can't do this to me.
Yeah, the second season was depressing. But anyway, not to get off topic.
Right.
Pokemon. I'm game for this. I hope they do more of this shit.
I feel like Pokemon's also a franchise they haven't really been touching. You know what I mean?
Well,
we're just recently now they're starting to really start doing more shit with it. Now we got a live action Detective Pikachu coming to theaters. Like I feel like Pokemon hasn't really been up there trending as it has been.
Well, remember Pokemon Go?
Right, yeah. Oh my God, that was a phenomenon.
Yeah.
That shit came out and everyone lost their shit. Everyone forgot about the world's problems for a couple weeks and went out and got some fucking Pokemon.
Couple weeks, couple months. No, I never played it.
Never played it.
Never played it.
It was fun. I went out and played for a little bit.
I just got
a bunch of grown ass people running around trying to catch some animated Pokemon. But some people were crazy. Some people would travel. They would look at where legendary Pokemon were, and they would travel like 20, 30 minutes. Maybe even more to go capture like these legendary Pokemon. I was like, I just drove up Main Street and was like, basically doing drive-bys trying to catch Pokemon. You know what I mean? I didn't go out of my way to catch the Pokemon.
Yeah,
it was a cool aspect, and it got America's lazy ass up off the couch for a little bit and outside. That was probably the most we've been outside doing some shit. You know what I mean? Since
that was the problem with it. I wasn't gonna go outside. It was like, oh, you gotta get Pokemon Go. You gotta go out and catch Pokemon. I'm like, motherfucker,
like, fuck you.
I'm not going outside to catch Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm going outside to spend.
It's a way to force people out.
That's another thing too with mobile games. Who the fuck? I just don't understand that. Like mobile games for me as a kid, maybe, but as an adult, when I get older,
I don't play any mobile games at all.
Fuck?
Pokemon Go was like the only one, and I dabbled with the Remember they had that mobile version of Mortal Kombat, and I used to play it. I dabbled with that a little bit, but I can't sit there on my phone and try to fucking.
There's certain games that if you find truly fun and they're really intuitive or whatever, like if you're playing like a original Pokemon game on your phone, you have some sort of emulator or something like that, and you're just it's something real quick, whatever, and you're at your house, and instead of playing your Xbox, your PlayStation, or your computer, you play on your phone, like whatever. But like when I'm visiting someone, or I'm hanging out somewhere, or I'm at a party somewhere, or if I'm leaving the house in general, like I'm probably going out, you know what I mean? I'm probably doing something. I'm not going to be on my phone playing a game. Where am I going to be? Am I going to be in line somewhere by myself with no one to talk to? I mean, the only time I'd really utilize a mobile game, like if I have public transportation, but I don't need public transportation unless I'm on a fucking airplane. If I'm on an airplane, then you can do it, but like, there's just so many instances where it's like, I'm not going to be outside of my house alone and have time to sit there on a game and play. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, there's no point in me getting a Switch and leaving my house with the fucking thing.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah, like if I got a Switch, the most of the time that I would play it would be on my TV.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be mobile. You know what I mean? Maybe I'd play it a little bit on break at work, maybe. But even then, it's like I get... getting into my life, I get 15, 30. Like, I'm not going to play a game for 15 minutes and have to fucking shut it off. When I start playing a game, I'm going to indulge. I'm going to play for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, those would be the only times. And even then, it's like, would I even take the time to pull it out there? Do I have that much free time out and about to where I have nothing to do but play a game on some sort of mobile device? Like,
like he's hanging out right now, and he's at my house right now. We're doing the podcast. After we're done the podcast, I'm not going to pull my phone out
and start playing a game.
Or he's not going to pull his phone out and start playing a game at my house. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. But Pokemon was fire. I will say that. And in school, if you're in school, you're in high school, fucking playing games in the middle of class and playing games in between hallways.
Oh, I wish Pokemon Go came out when we were in high school. When we would be out and about like that, you know what I mean? Wandering the streets. That would have been the great time. Like, y'all in high school when Pokemon came out, y'all got lucky. That's really cool. We would have had so much fun with that.
Yeah.
As a grown ass man,
grown ass man. I'm not a grown
I'm
ass
not out
man.
traveling looking for Pokemon.
We're grown ass kids. That's what we are.
That's fair.
All right, that's it. It's GG. It's
Yeah.
a fucking wrap.
Hell yeah. That's all we got today on the power button. Be sure to subscribe and like. Be sure to check out Darrin Unfiltered. Every Saturday you have
Yep.
you got some shit cooking up. I got some shit cooking up coming out. And yeah, until next time, guys.
Peace out, motherfucker.